The FTC just filed a $1.2 billion lawsuit against this extremely popular MLM company. And then they just quietly shut down and nobody notices. Well, nobody except all of the people who got burned by this company. They spent years and years deceiving people with extremely good marketing tactics, celebrity partnerships, deceptive name changes, which we will get into in a bit, and essentially this carrot at the end of the guru stick scheme that they had going on. If you're friends with me, you have probably heard of this company. I was in the network marketing / MLM space for about 10 years. Now, I have been at the top 1%, and I have also been broke at the bottom. I have seen the good, the bad, the ugly, the unthinkable, the cultish. I have seen it all. And even seeing all of that, this company is in a category all by itself with how bad it was. It was so bad that even when I was still building sales teams in network marketing, I was warning people about this company. So much so that I even put the company in the book that I wrote. Shameless plug, you can get it on Amazon. Now, this video is not going to be me bashing MLMs and network marketing. That's not the intent of this video. There are people who love network marketing. There are people who cannot stand it. I have my own love-hate relationship with it, and I have my own personal reasons why I'm not building sales teams anymore, but that's not the focus of this video. Today, we are going to highlight one of the worst companies to ever exist. And in my opinion, which is no longer just my opinion, it's the FTC's opinion, as well as the Nevada Attorney General's opinion, this company is, or was, 2 thumbs up, one of the most manipulative companies to ever exist. Not just in network marketing, but period. They weren't just manipulative, they were deceptive beyond deceptive. So much so that at one point they had to create a shell company owned by one of the co-owners just to handle payments through crypto because their chargeback ratio was so high that credit card companies did not want to partner with them anymore. So today we'll be covering what happened, why it happened, what industry experts are saying about it, and the number one reason why I'm covering this topic, which is the ironic underlying spirituality that infected this company to its core, so much so that you weren't even able to separate the company from the spirituality anymore. And that's not my opinion. That comes straight from some of the company's top executives. And we'll get into that in a bit. But first, let's get into who these guys are, or who they were. Now, let's start with the owner. The company was founded by somebody named Chris Terry, and he was an alleged successful currency trader who promoted this company as this platform for financial education and personal growth. Now, we're not going to spend too much time on Chris Terry in this video, but it's just important to know that he was the public face, the voice, the message, the vision, and the brand behind the company's messaging, and also one of the spearheads of intertwining this company with this spirituality. And that will be really important later as we connect some of these dots and break this all down. Now, the company's name is Eovia, and this is a combination of Japanese and Latin. Io in Japanese means greatness, and via in Latin means the path to. So you combine this and it makes a cute little phrase, the path to greatness. Man, I love some good irony. Now, just a heads up, from this point forward, I'm going to be referring to this company as I Am Academy. It has changed its name so many times that it would get confusing to keep jumping around, so I'm just going to stick with the most popular name for the company, I Am Academy. Now, what did this company actually sell? Well, they claim to have sold a financial literacy platform that's focus was on teaching people how to trade Forex. So Forex is short for foreign exchange, and trading Forex is the process of buying and selling global currencies. The goal is to profit from exchange rates. So you could use the US dollar to buy some euros, and then when the currency fluctuates in your favor, you can sell that and make a profit. It's the largest financial market in the world, trading over $6 trillion every single day. Forex is also very volatile, it's complex, and super risky, especially for beginners. Now, in reality, what I Am Academy was really selling was just this mix of video courses, live trading sessions, trade alert tools, and more specifically, exaggerated testimonials. And behind all of that was a business opportunity. The real goal was to recruit as many people as possible and build a downline. That's what MLM does. They build downlines. You get somebody who gets somebody who gets somebody who gets somebody, and hopefully you get enough somebodies that you make a nice residual income check. So despite the language of financial literacy, what they were really selling was a dream: financial freedom. Now, when I first heard of Forex trading, specifically through this company, and when I heard the testimonials of how much money some people were making by trading, or so I thought, I was interested. They make it seem so easy. Spoiler warning, it's not. So I got excited. I shared it with some of my friends because the way that they painted it was easy money. And me and my friends, we needed some easy money. But in reality, none of us had any idea what we were doing. And interestingly enough, neither did many of the people who were propped up as professional traders. MLM expert Robert Fitzpatrick, who's been investigating companies like I Am Academy for 30 plus years, he says this: Forex trading is a good product for MLM to sell because no one knows what it is. And ain't that the truth? Most people found out about Forex trading through this company. Now, at the center of all of this was this incredible marketing engine: flashy events, emotional testimonies, celebrity endorsements, results-driven online and social media culture, and a constant reminder that your breakthrough is just right around the corner. And they pulled heavily from the world of self-help and mindset coaching and pseudo-spirituality. And woven right into that machine was a man named Bob Proctor. Now, if you don't know who Bob Proctor is, he is one of the most recognizable faces in the self-help world, especially through the hit of the film and book The Secret. He built a worldwide following by teaching something known as the law of attraction. And the law of attraction is this idea that you can attract anything that you want into your life by visualizing it, speaking it into existence, and aligning your energy with whatever it is that you want. Getting on the right frequency to attract anything from the universe that you desire. And for longer than I've been alive, he was the poster boy for this worldview. He is the OG of manifestation. Now, at I Am Academy, he was more than just some guest speaker that would come and hype up the crowd every event. His entire belief system was woven into the fabric of I Am Academy. And he didn't just endorse I Am Academy, he licensed and sold his programs through them. Now, this wasn't his first rodeo. Bob had previously worked with another company that got shut down by the FTC, Vima.
The opportunity that you're looking at here with Vima will give you that. Now, I've got a reputation that is worldwide. I wouldn't do anything to stain or do hurt my reputation. Don't ask anybody what they think you should do. Go inside. Say, I'm going to give this a whirl. And then give it everything you've got for 90 days, and I guarantee you this, it'll give you everything you want for the rest of your life. This is Bob Proctor, and thank you.
This company got shut down for being an illegal pyramid scheme that focused on recruiting college students. Not only was Bob involved, but so were his family members. His wife, Linda, was reportedly a star ambassador, making over $14,000 a month. Now, if you've never been in the MLM industry or never been in deep enough, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Pun intended? Yeah. Many times, people with big names like Bob Proctor or family members of people with big names are offered positions in the company's pay structure that already have teams built underneath them. So when they come in, they already have a huge residual check coming in every single month. Some companies, not all, but some companies offer people positions like this because they figure just having their presence in the company is going to drive sales company-wide. Now, I'm not saying that this is what happened with Bob and Linda. All I'm saying is that this probably happened with Bob and Linda. When Vima got shut down by the FTC for its deceptive practices and being a pyramid scheme, many of the same leaders from Vima moved over to IM Academy. And guess who they brought with them? Bob Proctor. And they didn't just rebuild the same model, they scaled it. Different product, different name, well, different names, same playbook. All right, now let's get into what the FTC has to say. IM Academy wasn't just some business that didn't work out. This was strategic deception on a massive scale. $1.2 billion in consumer harm. And these aren't just marketing missteps. These are legal violations. According to the FTC and the Nevada Attorney General, the real money was not being made from trading or education as many of the leaders claimed that it was. It was solely being made from recruiting other people into the system and collecting their fees. In fact, internal data from IM Academy shows that the vast majority of their salespeople either lost money or earned negligible income. Their so-called educators often had no proven success in trading. Some even openly admitted that they didn't know how to trade at all. And while a whole bunch of them made millions, it wasn't from trading. It was from selling the dream. So the FTC highlights deceptive income claims, misleading marketing, promises of financial freedom that rarely panned out, and they said that the ones who suffered the most were young people, college students, first-time investors hoping for a breakthrough. Many of them lost thousands. Some of those people were my friends. And while some of these leaders, like Jason Brown, made over $36 million. Yes, $36 million. He was also directing the company's compliance consultant to take down critical content and post fake reviews to make the company look more credible. That's not just shady, that's strategically shady. But then it gets even worse. The lawsuit specifically says that IM Academy targeted lower-income Black and Latino customers. Their marketing used culturally relevant slang, celebrities, and social media influencers to draw in minority youth, especially college students. According to the FTC, the scheme disproportionately harmed young Black consumers. And as the company became more urban, this is how Chris Terry started dressing.
And all the girlies say I'm pretty fly for a white guy.
Now, from what I can tell by reading the lawsuit, the FTC has the receipts and the damage is staggering. Now, what's interesting is that many of the allegations that the FTC has against IM Academy are extremely similar to the allegations that they had against Vima. So I'll leave a link to both the FTC filings for Vima and IM Academy below, but they were targeting the same kind of people with the same kind of tactics. So let's take a look at behindmlm.com. They do a great job at summarizing some of this stuff. So this was on May 2nd. Last November, the long-running Forex scam IM Master Academy rebooted as Eovia. Wait till I get into the name change. Wait till I get into that. No official reason was given for the rebranding, prompting me to speculate. If I had to guess, IM Master Academy rebranding as Eovia probably signals we're getting close to the outcome of the FTC's investigation. These are the people named in the lawsuit, the people and companies. Behind MLM has documented Terry's fraud since 2013 as iMarkets Live. I'm not going to go into that, but again, I will leave the links to this below. As alleged by the FTC, since at least 2018, defendants have operated a large deceptive investment training scheme targeting young adults, including Black and Latino customers. Defendants represented that IML instructors will teach consumers how to make significant income trading in the foreign exchange, binary options, cryptocurrency, and stock markets. IML's trading training services. IML is iMarkets Live. It's one of the other names that they had. Defendants, however, lack support for their lavish and often made up or false earning representations. In truth, a substantial percentage of purchasers of the trading system services lose money trading on top of the hefty sum they pay IML. Furthermore, many of IML's instructors are not successful traders, and the defendant's own data show that the vast majority of IML salespeople lose money or make negligible income. And it says here, instead of disciplining or terminating high-earning salespeople when confronted with evidence of their deceptive earnings claims, IML and IML CEO Chris Terry often rewarded them with lucrative payouts. Defendants IML Alex Morton, Jason Brown, and Matt Rosa have even instructed IML salespeople on how to make those claims while escaping the detection of IML's compliance program and law enforcement. Terry knew that Matthew Thayer, one of IML's most popular instructors, posted fake trading results and profited by referring customers to unregulated offshore brokers. He is also aware that other IML officers have advised IML salespeople on ways to evade IML's compliance program and law enforcement. Chris Terry is aware of numerous consumer complaints about IML training services in the business venture. Together with his wife, defendant Isis Terry, Chris Terry has received at least $20 million from defendant's scheme. So if you want to go into more detail for yourself, I will leave the link to this. But then we have the most recent. So Eovia advised promoters that it is officially suspending operations. They're going to disable all functionality across their websites, apps, and subdomains to be redirected to a landing page informing visitors as such, as well as providing an email address for any questions and concerns. Man, I would love to see that inbox. Now, after all of this, many of the leaders who are involved in IM Academy have already jumped ship to a company named Jifu, which stands for Abundant Life. I'm so tired of it. And guess what their main product is? Forex. Man, these people are so, because they took a whole lot of people with them. These people are so good at keeping people under their spell. Now, what I want to do is just quickly show a clip from Troy Dooley, who is an industry expert, and he actually worked with IM Academy early on in their launch as a consultant. So he saw this company from the inside, and this is what he has to say about it.
I'm going to go check the case today to see if the FTC has gone for some type of a quick retaining order. They may have already gotten it. They may have already frozen all U.S. assets. They may be going after this thing. They're going to jam this thing out. We're going to find this out. But this just broke just minutes ago, actually, that tomorrow they will be totally shutting off all business, all operations. It's done. Our goal is to find out, will they continue to pay commissions? That's going to be the question. There's a lot of commissions owed. My philosophy in this is they should not pay commissions. Hold those commissions, because if they pay them, and this truly is found to be fraud, and that's what they're going after now, all those monies are going to be coming back anyway, because they're from an illicit operation. And that's what you guys have got to look at. This is going to be something that there's going to be clawbacks. There's going to be probably more charges coming down. And there is a possibility C is not looking to go after any type of Ponzi or pyramid at this time. They're saying it's consumer fraud. And when you've got consumer fraud, this thing could literally escalate. There could be years in prison for some of these people. And if, and this is a big if, but it could happen, if they go after a RICO case, then you're looking at some heavy duty stuff. There'll be more people. You've got people that have already left that company that could be whistleblowers. Uh, they could be people that the feds are going to use as whistleblowers, but then again, they may not. And you've got David Amante, you've got Ivan Tapia, you've got a lot of people that have already gone to My Daily Choice. They've gone to Gifu. There was one other company that I saw the other day, people going to. I mean, you guys can look at the other posts we've done, and I'll do a recap probably tomorrow on this, but you have to, you got to let people know, look, this one's done. This one's over. Anyone that was a top promoter in this company is going to be facing clawback charges if the allegations stick. And after 6 years of investigation, after numerous depositions, there is no doubt in my mind that there is going to be convictions in this. They're going to find the company. They're going to find some of these top promoters. They're going to be starting to do do what we call the clawback. And again, with my infraction with the with the SEC back in 2013, it taught me one thing: when the regulators decide to go after the money, they will go down all the way in the Zeke Rewards case, $1,000. If you had earned $1,000 in commissions above and beyond what you put in, you were seen as a net winner. And they went after all that money. They got all the money back and then some. But here's the other thing. This is an indication. It took 10 years for them to finish the Zeke Rewards case. At the end of that time, the receiver in charge took the database, and anybody in that database that had not paid back the money that that was owed to the feds, they sold that to a collection agency. The collection agency put that on everybody's credit report. This is the kind of crap that you're looking for.
Those kind of statements coming from someone with his background are worth paying attention to. Troy Dooley is really good at peeping the scams. He cares about the MLM industry and the network marketing industry, so he's always trying to point out when things are going haywire. If that's content that you're interested in, definitely subscribe to his channel. Now let's get to the irony. What I find extremely interesting, and one of the main reasons I'm making this video, is the entire company preached, taught, and believed in the law of attraction. One of the company's rebrands from iMarkets Live, or IML, to iMastery Academy, IMA, was even tied directly to affirmations rooted in the law of attraction. Take a look at this article from businessforhome.com. iMarkets Live rebrands as I Am Master Academy. This is from Alex Morton, who eventually became the director of sales, I believe. But he said all weekend the company strategically rolled out the new brand identity. It was evolving into the I Am Master Academy. Self-affirmations or positive thoughts and self-talk became the DNA to its branding and purpose to help anyone regardless of being a member to reach their fullest potential. I am not afraid. I am learning. I am empowered. I am confident. I am building. I am at peace. I am living. I am changing my life. I am changing the world. I am not even kidding. You cannot make this stuff up, guys. Let me quickly read you some facts about this name change from my book. IMA was originally named iMarkets Live, but changed the name to IMA after its settlement with the CFTC. These people disguise the truth about their name change, slap some law of attraction, inspirational word salad on it, and nobody bats an eye. This is cognitive dissonance and confirmation bias at its finest. Shameless plug, go get that on Amazon. Now let me play you a clip from Alex Morton, who was one of the top leaders in I Am Academy.
Here's the secret you should write down. You don't have to know how you're going to accomplish all the goals you have. How you going to do it? I don't know. You just have to know you're going to do it.
What stupid advice.
That's a comforting thing because people get so caught up with how. Forget the how. Just forget it. Just know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's it. Just know it's going to happen. You don't have to ever know how you're going to do something. All you got to do is know it's going to happen.
Because when your emotions are in the right place and your feelings are in the right place, guess what? This is where the magic comes in. Ready? You will attract.
There it is. There it is.
People, places, environments, mentors, customers, leaders you need to take you to where you want to go. You will meet that one person you'll bump into, or that one DM on Instagram. Turns out they're another company, they're bringing 400 customers. All of a sudden, you're Proctor 5000. What happened? I don't even know what happened, but I'm P5 now. Let's go.
So if you're not hip to the MLM language, you might have missed what he just said. Let me bring that back for you.
One DM on Instagram. Turns out they're another company, they're bringing 400 customers. All of a sudden, you're Proctor 5000. What happened? I don't even know what happened, but I'm P5 now. Let's go.
What he just said about you attracting somebody from another company that is going to bring 400 customers with them, he's essentially saying that you can law attraction your way into cross-recruiting. If you don't know what cross-recruiting is, this is something that is frowned upon in the MLM industry. This is essentially taking from somebody else's team. You grab a leader from another company and you pluck them from somebody else's tree and plant them right into yours, and they bring their whole entire team with them, and that takes whoever was in that person's upline, it takes their check from up here to all the way down here. So you just stole from that person. That's why it's looked down upon in the industry. So Alex Morton is telling you that you can law of attraction your way into stealing customers from somebody else. You don't got to worry about how. You just got to attract theft. That's not leadership. That's not strategy. That's manipulation wrapped in a motivational speech. The law of attraction is the perfect tool for a manipulator, because if you are not getting the results that you want, even though you're working as hard as you've ever worked in your life, the blame can always be shifted to your thoughts not being on the right frequency, or you having a spiritual or energy blockage. This makes the law of attraction unfalsifiable. You essentially can't prove or disprove it because the blame becomes internal, subjective, invisible. It's never the fault of the system, never the fault of the leader, never the fault of the business model. It's always your fault for not believing hard enough and not being on the right frequency. It is the tool of the manipulating guru. Now, here's the thing. I don't hate network marketing. It changed my life in a lot of ways. God used the people I met in that space to introduce me to the gospel, to invite me to church. And for that, I am genuinely and infinitely grateful. I've seen other people's lives change because of this industry. I met my wife in this industry. It's not all bad, and it's definitely not all good. But what we're talking about right here, this is something demonic. It is intentional spiritual manipulation. When you're told that doubt is low vibrational, or that questioning your leaders is blocking your breakthrough, that's not empowerment. That's cultish. People get started in companies like these looking for freedom. They want something better for themselves, for their families, for their future. And on the surface, it seems like, wow, I've found it. A supportive community, a clear path, a promise of success. But companies founded on this spiritual lie are founded upon a flawed and demonic spirituality that discourages transparency. It silences honest skepticism. And if you raise questions, you're told you're being negative, and nobody wants to talk to the negative person, because if you talk to the negative person, you might run the risk of getting off the frequency that's going to attract those 400 customers from another company. In this system, especially from a company like iMaster Academy, you're not just being motivated to go out and sell and recruit. You're being sold a worldview that puts you at the center, one that sounds enlightening, it sounds inspirational, but it replaces God with self. It teaches you that you are your own God, and they are so good at hiding this message under layers of positivity, personal growth, and spiritual sounding jargon that you don't even notice the lie until it's shaped your whole entire identity. That's not empowerment. That is a spiritual bait and switch. And it's also a lie. Think about this. This company embodies that spirituality. I am affirmations. It embodies the law of attraction. Every single one of these leaders is telling you that you can speak your life into existence, that you don't have to worry about how. Just know that you're going to get it done, and you'll attract it to you. If what you are teaching is true, and if you are operating at the highest frequency of love, and if you are truly attracting everything into your life that you desire, why did the FTC just shut this company down? You know, something that a lot of these awakened bros and manifestation mommies preach a lot is you attract what you are. So, did you attract this FTC lawsuit because you're doing scammy things? Or is the spirituality and worldview that you are preaching to the masses full of crap? Either way, there's no freedom in any of that. You are selling people spiritual heroin. People are looking to be delivered out of a life that is causing them pain, and that's why they get involved in something like this. But there's no deliverance in spiritual heroin. And the irony that a company founded on the law of attraction was just shut down by the FTC should show you how far away from that worldview you should stay. Now, all that being said, let's hope that what happened with this company and what has happened to companies before it becomes a wake-up call for the industry and people in the industry. Because one of the biggest reasons that I stepped away from the MLM space is that you just cannot escape the woo. You can't escape this spirituality that infects every corner of this industry and produces companies like I Am Academy. So if you or someone you care about has ever been caught up in the law of attraction, or maybe they say some law of attraction sounding jargon, please consider checking out my book, Law of Attraction, A Gateway Drug to Spiritual Heroin. I wrote it for people like me who used to be caught up in all of this stuff, chasing the things of the world, only to end up on the other side of it empty. So if you've got some value from this video, if you enjoyed it, please leave a comment, hit the like button, share, subscribe, all of that stuff, because it really does help the algorithm. And if you think of somebody who may be caught up in this stuff, send this video over to them. And if you're interested in more videos kind of in this thread, check out this video right here where I did a deep dive into Billy Carson's space agency to find out whether or not it was legit. God bless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.